with their coach, Ulrich Pereira. Inviting this Thrissur Tuskers. Coach Mr. Rahul. Crew chief for the match, the free throw shooter Saji Abraham. Umpire 1 Aramal. Umpire 2 Mr. Gokul. Over to the officials.
And we start off this exciting game with a basket for the Thrissur Tuskers. They're going to be the side to reckon, given the momentum they're coming with back-to-back wins. And speaking of momentum, that is something that the Stallions are yet to find in this tournament. Of course, they look to change it up. There's a drive with some footwork. She loses the ball. Apologies as we resume. The Stallions bring up their first basket. A lot happening in the middle as both the teams try their way as they look to settle into the game. Artika on the drive, good defense to container. And we go back to the importance of this game because the Tuskers are sitting third in the table. They have two more matches before they close out and move into the semi-finals. Balls inbounded, not the best of moves. Stallions in transition. There's the quick pass. Great shot to bring up the second basket. Thrissur Tuskers, like I mentioned, have been a different side ever since Artika joined. And from the second game, they've looked like a dangerous side. And there comes the steal again. Artika with an easy layup. There's a drive, and foul will be drawn in that occasion. Two throws as the Kochi Stallions know the importance in this match because they're sitting in that fifth spot. Three matches, three losses. They've got a game tomorrow as well. And if they win two, they can still hope to somehow go to that fourth spot in the table and then hope that some result goes in their favor. It's going to be hard, but not impossible. Quick shot is good from beyond the arc. The Kochi Stallions with a smart play as she found the open player who shoots it from beyond the arc. There's a turnover. Quick pass through the right. She lines it up. Fails to connect. And the rebound is of no good. Quick shot from beyond the arc off the glass. Can't get it to go. With 3:37 remaining, it's 8-7 in favor of the Kochi, in favor of the Thrissur Tuskers. There's the drive for Artika. This time she will not connect. And here they come in transition. Stallions turning the ball over in sloppy fashion. Coach Udrick not too happy with it. Long pass. Once again plays it to the center. There's the extra pass to the right. Deep three for Artika. Won't see it go through the net. Top shot coming through after. Finding the open player from outside. They get the second chance of the possession. You can see some pressure on the ball man. Leading to the steal. This is what the Stallions needed. Can they supplement it with the basket? Ayana finds a teammate who shoots from beyond the arc. Rebounds collected. A second chance. She draws the foul and will shoot free throws. These are the intentful plays that the Stallions will try and put themselves in situations wherein they can captivate from there on. Well taken effort. There's the perimeter rotation. Deepika to the rim. Fails to connect. Artika off the dribble. Goes all the way towards the rim. Could have gone coast to coast. It's Stallions ball with the score tied at 8. She loses it in a not so ideal way. Screen set up top. Quick pass. Steps back, lines it up. Too strong. wreck in her confidence as she shoots. Stallions looking to get the lead here. Great pass to find the open player. Shoots again. Not able to get close to the rim, and this shows how sometimes players ought to have their composure while shooting. She had the right amount of space, ample amount of time, perhaps a second more to just gather herself as she put the shot up. Would have done her some good. They turn the ball over once again. Chance given to the Stallions to take the lead. Errol drives, finds a teammate under the board, won't get the finish. There's a rebound collected for the Tuskers. We're into the last minute. Score tied at 8. And Tuskers with the chance to take the lead. Not shy to rotate. Rotation not so fluid. 33 seconds on the clock. Thrissur Tuskers will look to get a stop once again, like they have, to prevent their opposition from taking the lead. Drives over to the rim. Not the best of attempts. Still plenty of time as a foul is called. Not too sure on what the whistle was from the table. Possession will remain with the Stallions. There's the shot, misses. There's a rebound. Again, a miss, followed by another rebound, and yet another miss. A flurry of misses and a flurry of wayward opportunities for both the teams. And at the end of the first quarter, just 16 points shared between the two teams. It's Thrissur Tuskers 8, Kochi Stallions 8. Stay tuned for 3 more quarters of basketball coming your way. We're all set for the second quarter of this matchup. 8 points between the two teams. And a few changes will be brought to the lineups as the second quarter is underway. You all know the rules in this format of basketball. You want to give every player ample amount of playing time, which is why a player is not allowed to play more than 3 quarters. You got to love that rule. It ensures that all 12 players in the squad is getting some piece of the action. Balls brought up for the Kochi Stallions. Foul drawn. Great footwork and a great effort to draw the foul, and the Stallions have been handed a chance to take the lead. Good trip to the free throw line, that one for the Kochi Stallions, because although it's just a point, it still gives them the lead. And this is where defense will have to be key as the shots attempted from beyond the arc. Thrissur Tuskers, courtesy of Smarni, who hits the shot, and a quick turnover to follow on. Drives through the lane. Hida towards the rim, not the best of attempts. We're seeing a bit of a not the usual Thrissur Tuskers basketball coming along in this match so far. Feeding the post and a violation called. Score now 11-9. Stallions with just a free throw basket, while the Tuskers had the three-pointer from Smarni. Again, a drive through the middle. The foul drawn. Free throws loading for Augustine Krista. She was the player of the match in their previous encounter. Thrissur Tuskers with the 3-point lead as it stands. Given their capabilities, you could possibly see more. And there's a foul drawn on the other side of the floor by the Stallions. Leia drawing the foul. Great block coming through. The player wasn't quite aware of what's happening. Angel Sebastian thought it was an easy look. The defender says not today. And speak of the defender who's got the ball now. Anisha Shibu finding it towards Augustine Krista. Vega looks for options, and the pass is intercepted. Here come the Stallions on the other side of the floor. Long ball played towards the high post, who's not able to gather the ball, and a great effort on the defensive end from the Stallions once again, but they still struggle to connect it entirely and clean it up on the other side with a basket. Sloppy turnover from the Kochi Stallions leads to a foul and one from the Tuskers. Kochi camp not too happy with that instance. First it was the turnover, and soon after it was the foul and one. Coach Pereira decides to have a word with his team and calls a timeout. She completes a 3-point play. Plays it to the post again, plays it back out. Stallions haven't scored a field goal in a while. In fact, they haven't scored a field goal in the second quarter. They're the first team to score a point in this quarter. And after that, they haven't. Ida driving into too many bodies, a foul called. It's going to remain Tuskers' possession. Side step shots, no good. Rebounds collected for the Stallions. There's a drive, overall pass, extra pass through the middle. Good look for three. Connects from beyond the arc. And the Stallions needed that. And this is why the extra pass is so important. We're into the last 6 minutes. And a great block from the Stallions campaigner. A lot happening there in the middle. And the Tuskers are searching for opportunities here. Agustin Krista fails to connect. Rebounds collected for the Stallions. Fast break opportunity. Great pass initially, but good offensive effort. It's going to remain with the Stallions. It's Tuskers ball. Drive, quick pass. Somehow contained. She shoots. The trajectory of the shot was off, but it gives them a second chance. This time also won't go. And the Stallions now down three. Can they make it a 1-point game? Through the layup, she misses. And these fast break opportunities is perhaps the fourth or fifth in this quarter where we're seeing the Stallions miss out. And they commit such desperate fouls on the other side. There's a rotation and a foul drawn yet again. Teams at the limit, which means it's free throw time for the Thrissur Tuskers. There's the minus pass. Moves over to the side, feeding the post. And she makes no mistake. Well fed and well cleaned under the basket. And it's a 2-point game. Thrissur Tuskers now with the ball. Vega is weighing her options. Tightly guarded up top. Dishes it over to the right. Back up to Vega. Screen is set for her. Looking to split the defenders, and a violation will be called. And that's the confirmation of the whistle. This is what tends to happen. I know she was looking at every possibility, but what happened more was that she was moving on to one side. And foul and a basket on the other side of the floor. And we're tied at 16. Kochi Stallions will now hope Claudia can complete the 3-point play by making this. Claudia Onden was one of the key players in that silver medal campaign for Kerala at the recently concluded Junior Nationals. Long pass over to the top. There's a drive, quick pass. Claudia once again makes the basket. And the Stallions take the lead once again here in the second quarter. Score now 18-16. Augustine Krista makes the pass to Vega. Vega looking to spin. She loses the ball. A fast break opportunity once again. There's the long pass, but not the best of passes. Followed by another wayward pass. An interception keeps Kochi's defense in check. This game has been so tightly knotted, and nobody would have thought it's going to go this way. But the Kochi Stallions are letting us know that even if possibility is there for them to qualify, they're going to give it their all today. Augustine Krista puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Rebound Claudia. Pressure is there full court from the Tuskers to get the ball back. Good look on the 3 attempt, and she makes it. Kochi Stallions lighting it up from beyond the arc. We're into the last 1 minute and 20 seconds. Can they finish off the quarter by getting a few stops and adding to this 5-point lead of theirs? There, a foul called. And that of, you can see a lot of unhappy faces as the official tells that the defender was in her path, which is why a blocking foul is called. The team's over the limit, and that is why we have the player at the free throw line. Makes the first. We'll look to make it 2 of 2. Fails to connect. Drive through the middle all the way to the rim. And once again, the Stallions are being gifted free throws. This time, they will see the back of Angel Sebastian. Team's up 4, and she can extend this by taking them up to 6. Not for the time being, as she misses the first free throw, but a chance to take them up 5 if she converts the second, which she does not do. And the Tuskers again. It's a great find. There's the shot, high arcing shot, but not angled to go through the net. And a turnover once again from the Kochi Stallions. And this is why the coach is so frustrated. They go on maybe a minute. All right, let's say 2 minutes of good basketball. And that's followed by a flurry of turnovers. So all the good work done is often nullified quickly. Here they are getting the steal though. 3-on-2. She goes for a no-look shot. Oh, you gotta love seeing that. Take a look at the replay. She was going in on the drive. She knew she was going to make contact. No look. Goes for the reverse layup and makes it. Last 20 seconds. There's the shot coming in for the Tuskers. Rattles on and comes off. Rebound being fought for. Tuskers have it alive. Gets a good look. Shoots. High arcing shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebound and shot is no good. Claudia with the quick pass. Last 6 seconds. Great pass on the outlet. Fake. Along with the extra shot. She misses. And one may say that should have been converted in favor of the Stallions. But at the end of the first half, it's Kochi Stallions 23, Thrissur Tuskers 17.
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities. Ocean Energy, your one-stop solar solution.
Play resumes here on the second half of the Basketball League Kerala matchup between Thrissur and Kochi. Both the sides bringing in their better fives. And the Stallions with the lead give away possession in the very first play. There's the long ball towards the baseline. Claudia Onden driving through off the left hand makes it. Foul and the basket. And the Kochi Stallions will turn all their attention to Claudia Onden and hope that she can be the one leading the team on the forefront today. Minusing this basket, Claudia in the last quarter had 6 points and it's currently 8. So look at the stats. Stallions shooting 40%, Tuskers shooting 25. It's going to reduce after that missed shot. That's the rebound and the advancement of the ball. Loses possession and a wayward pass. And if I look at the rebounds, Thrissur Tuskers have funnily out-rebounded their opposition, and that's a good shot from Artika, who brings up her 10th point. This is why you got to watch her on the drive. She will confidently take on any defender there is in front of her. And take a look at this once again. She does what she does best, getting steals and converting baskets on the other side. And it's a 4-point game. Screen up top. The quick pass. Driving to the rim. Great pass onto the board. Claudia Onden. Foul and one. And she's going to decide and deal in only foul baskets. That's her 10th point. And she will be shooting for 11th and her team's 28th. Fails to convert. Pass towards right. Stallions given another opportunity of that missed free throw. There's the shot off the glass. Can't get it to go. Well gathered rebound, but the ball is lost again. This is the hustle play from the Kochi Stallions that's made the difference for them. Ayana off balance, won't get it. Claudia gets the rebound, plays it back out. Feet set, lines up the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound collected by Claudia again. Great pass onto the board. A mid-ranger coming through, and another offensive rebound was almost collected by Sia. And I emphasize on the word almost because it's not gathered. Artika shaking off the defense. Great find. And she loses the ball. Stallions in transition. Great fake. And a simple shot onto the board. Kochi Stallions getting the ideal start they wanted to the third quarter eventually. It's 29-21. The screen set up top. Artika now deciding to do some more things herself. Great pass to her teammate. Foul and the basket. This is the ideal style of play. Abhinaya with the basket. And she has a chance to complete the 3-point play. She hasn't scored so far in this game, and this is the first point. She's played about 13 minutes. Quick pass. Plays it back out. Drives through the middle, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound somehow collected, long pass. Gopika with some great footwork, floats it up. It rattles on the rim and goes in. And the Stallions up 8 now. Again, a missed opportunity for the Tuskers. They like to somehow find the second chance, but it's snatched away from the Stallions. Great find to the open player. Great dish under the board. Artika will not miss that. And I think this is one of the finer plays we get to see. The importance of passing in a game like basketball. It's not just how well you can score, but how well you can find your player in the right position. The rebound being fought for. Stallions get the second chance. And it's simply given away to the Tuskers. 6-point game. We won't make that four as the shot is missed. 3-on-3. Shreya to the corner. Shreya again running into too many bodies. It's still alive. Great pass on the cut. This time, the foul is drawn by jersey number 31. Skopika KK, who's at the line. She makes the first. Makes both. Up top, makes the basket. And once again, it's Artika who connects to make it a 4-point game. And play resumes as the ball is inbounded from out of bounds. There's the drive, and a foul will be called in that occasion. Foul on Artika. A hard foul with the players okay. We've got 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. 3 baskets separate the team trailing. And a 5-second violation. This is where teams should not turn the ball over. It's understandable if you have a miss pass or if a turnover is forced because of good defense, but because of an inbound where you use 5 seconds and commit the violation, that is something that you should avoid at all costs. As Artika again showing off her footwork, draws the foul in the process. Ball quickly inbounded. Artika weighs her options, gets past 3 defenders, but does not find a good lane to put up a shot. Abhinaya hands it back to Artika. She steps and puts it up off the glass. The clock was running down and she had to put up the shot. And here once again, the Stallions. Errol sets her foot, puts it up. And it's not going through the net in this instance. Last 3 minutes of this exciting game. Kochi Stallions fighting for survival, while the Thrissur Tuskers want to take this win and give themselves a better chance at making their spot concrete. They have the better chance of finishing in the top 4, while the Stallions will have to win their remaining games. That's the game today and the game tomorrow, and then hope that a few results go their way, because the Trivandrum Capitals have played all 5 matches, which means up to a certain extent, the Stallions have their fate on their own hands. And once again, she loses the ball. And Artika on the drive will turn it over as well. Some footwork along with the pass. And yet another foul drawn. And from beyond the arc, it's the Stallions who are making a statement here in this game, refusing to back off, refusing to sit down and assume that their season is over. Not today, not in this match, not in front of me, says Claudia Onden. She denies her Kerala teammate. And it's so nice to see two Kerala players, battling each other, because they know each other's game so much after playing the nationals together. And here, it's a sloppy steal and a great pass on the break. Abhinaya needs to get a pass. Not the best attempt. And with a little over 1 minute remaining, the Stallions will look to close this one out strong. They're up 9. A double-digit lead would do them wonders, but turnover is definitely not going to help their case. Artika with a no-look pass and an easy shot under the board. Tuskers reduce the gap and they will press for the remainder of the third quarter. That's a great find. She sets her foot, fakes, puts it up over the defender and makes it. Basketball at its finest. And we're tied. Apologies, not tied. It's 29-39 with 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. What's the Tuskers reckoning from here on? Artika Plakes. That's the shot. Too strong. Rebound. Stallions. Here comes the home team. 3-on-2 on the fast break. There's a late pass to Shia. The extra pass for 3 once again. This time Gopika in and out. And a second chance given to the Stallions. 10 seconds remain. And that was a quick shot wherein she had a few more options. But the Stallions get it back. Another turnover from the Tuskers. And the last shot for the quarter from Errol is no good. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. An exciting quarter as the Stallions extend their lead. And heading into the fourth quarter, Kochi Stallions 39, Thrissur Tuskers 29. Ball to be inbounded for the fourth and final quarter. Thrissur Tuskers, after winning 2 games back to back with ease, could possibly face defeat, and the Stallions could possibly win their first. Errol feeds Claudia under the board. Claudia Ondon with some contact, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound Tuskers, and the steal comes through again. Will shoot the three, and it's not going to go through the net. We're all set to see the ball get inbounded. 29-39 with 9:15 remaining. Kochi Stallions searching for that first victory, more than a victory, to stay alive in this tournament. Gopika with the long pass to the right. She puts it up, good defense, but Claudia gets it, puts it up, misses. Rebound Abhinaya, and she's lost the ball. A sloppy turnover. And this is where it gets hard for the Tuskers. And if you look at the number of turnovers coming into this quarter, it's 23 turnovers for the Thrissur Tuskers. There she dribbles the ball on the perimeter, finds Ayana. Ayana with the cross pass. There's the drive along with the shot, foul drawn. It's free throws loading for the Stallions. It's Sneha Shanil who's at the free throw line. So far, just 2 points for her. She will add on to it here in the fourth quarter. Rebound gathered and cleaned up by Claudia Ondon. She's having one of the best games she's had in this tournament. We're almost crossing the 2-minute mark. Turnover number 25 for the Thrissur Tuskers. There's the drive all the way. Somehow the Stallions managed to keep it. Errol through the middle. Draws the foul. And a lot of trips to the free throw line already here in the fourth quarter for the Kochi Stallions. There's the cross pass under the board in the paint. Two players trying to steal the ball away from Claudia. Common ball because the possession arrow is in favor of the Tuskers. It's going to go back the other way. Shot from beyond the arc fails to connect. The Tuskers have 11-point deficit to cover. There's Artika in transition. Great pass under the board. Not the best of shots from Abhinaya. The one woman army of the Thrissur Tuskers looking for her comrades to join her in this battle. Artika hasn't gotten the usual support she's getting from her colleagues on the court. If you look at her stats, she's almost on the verge of scoring 20. She always racks up the stat sheet. A good sequence on the drive, Euro step involved. The foul committed there, which is going to have the Tuskers shoot free throws. Vega at the free throw line. Euro step attempted, loses the ball again. The ball is brought up, and Ayana plays it over to the corner, and she just couldn't hold on to the ball. And this tends to happen sometimes. Before you receive the ball, you're thinking of what you want to do, whether you want to put up a shot or whether you want to drive in. And whenever you're thinking too much, it sometimes happens that before you execute what you wanted to do, you turn the ball over. And now it's a 12-point affair with 5:50 remaining. Tuskers are hoping that they can stay afloat and somehow fight back from this situation which the Stallions have put them in. Coach Udric Pereira formulating a plan coming into this game. Artika looking to shake on the defenders. Great find to Abhinaya. There's the extra pass outside for three. Not the best of attempts. Artika with the rebound. And the follow-up shot is good. And it's a 10-point game. And the full court press has been inflicted by the Thrissur Tuskers. And they will look to force turnovers. Claudia Onden will turn it over. You don't want a post player having the ball in a place like that. And Artika on the drive with the sublime finish. And just over 5 minutes remain. It's 34-42. Pressure on the Stallions. There's a drive with the floater. Can't get it to go. She gets the rebound herself. Puts it up again. Misses. Back-to-back misses. And here come the Tuskers. As a foul is called against Errol Fernandez. It'll be a blocking foul. There's the handoff. Artika driving in with some footwork is denied by Claudia. 4:50 on the clock. They will shoot and not see it go through the net. And the Stallions will slow it down. She's got a dribble. I have no idea why she was a bit confused. Gets it back. There's the extra pass. They've got numbers up front. They decide to go for the three. And always, I wonder, when you've got numbers up front, why do you want to shoot? Because they've given the possession back and the Tuskers have just scored. And it's a 6-point affair with 4:20 remaining. Shia with the pass through the lane, the drive in, she misses. A flurry of misses for the Stallions, and the Tuskers looking to take leverage from those missed chances. Artika to Abhinaya. There's the mid-ranger, can't get it to go. Rebound, back to the Tuskers, a second chance. Artika with the ball. As we enter the last 4 minutes, she shoots the three. Won't see it go through the net. Again, the offensive rebound going to the Tuskers. And you don't want to give the Tuskers so many chances. Christina with a hard attempt. There's the long pass to the corner. She lines it up for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound collected by the Tuskers. 3.5 minutes. Too strong on that outlet pass. And the Stallions also survive. A few scares being brought out by the Thrissur Tuskers. And a timeout called by the Thrissur Tuskers with 3:19 remaining. They're down 6. We will join you right back after this timeout. Like my friend Dave from the Trivandrum Capitals here with me in the com box said, there's a first time for everything, and the Kochi Stallions might see their first victory today. They're not just battling for the first victory, but like I mentioned, they want to stay alive in this tournament. If they lose, it's all over for them. And this is where they will look to come out victorious. There's a great pass under the board. She plays out to Sia, who shoots a mid-ranger and gets it to go. Kochi Stallions back to an 8-point advantage with 2:45 remaining. And the Thrissur Tuskers will now try and nullify that basket. Artika to the rim. Too many bodies to get past. Augustine Krista back to Artika. 2.5 minutes. The shot clock winding down to 10. Artika for a deep three. Can't get it to go. Rebound collected for the Tuskers again. And pressure ball on Artik. And we're going to go back the other way. No, a foul is called. It's not common ball. .224 on the clock. Tuskers need to score in almost every possession to somehow give themselves a chance. Artika misses the shot, gets a rebound again. Plenty of second chance opportunities. This time it's short-lived. Kochi Stallions in transition. Gets a good look, lines up the shot. Not the best of attempts. Chance again for the Tuskers. Long pass inside, interception. Errol with the ball. There's a pass to the high post. Claudia to Shriya. There's the extra pass. And a foul called. Thrissur Tuskers had a foul to give. And the coach not too happy with the call. As the officials clarify, it's important for the coaches also to keep calm, because we've seen technical fouls being given to the coaches as well. And it's a technical, which is why we don't have a lineup. First shot is good, and a chance to convert the second and also give them a 10-point advantage with a minute and 48 remaining, and that should more or less seal it for them. And it is a 10-point advantage. Thrissur Tuskers will also have to get a stop now. So the Stallions have it simple. They need to kill the clock and perhaps score a basket, because I mentioned the points difference is important for the Stallions as well. So they need to shoot at every chance. First is to get stops, and second is to score as many points. Claudia on and under the board. Fundamental game at its finest. A post player catches, turns and shoots. And it's a 12-point affair, 36-48. Tuskers, also keeping the points difference in mind, should play to score as many points as possible. Augusta for the shot, she misses. And a foul called on the drive. The Tuskers had a foul to give. A minute and 18 seconds on the clock. They should just utilize majority of the 24. There's the inbound. Almost a turnover coming through. That's the extra hustle from the teammates to keep it alive. Played over to the right. Here they are utilizing the time, rotating the ball. This is smart basketball from the Stallions. Not so smart on that layup attempt. But the Thrissur Tuskers have handed it back to them. And it's not been a good day for the Thrissur Tuskers. They're on the verge of facing defeat. Quick inbound from out of bounds. And she misses. And a common ball will be called in that occasion. Possession arrow in favor of the Kochi Stallions, which means Stallions will get the ball again. But the shot clock is at 0.8, which means we'll have to possibly see one of the fastest shots being attempted to be rounded off to a second. But it needs to be a quick catch and shoot, perhaps a quick tap as the shot clock's corrected to a second. They've got 1 second. A quick shot, Claudia. And she fails to put it up. And the Tuskers get the stop with 50 seconds remaining. It's 12 points, a big ask. But the points difference will come into play because they won 2 games. And after losing this, it's going to be 2 losses. So it's gotten very interesting. There's a quick give and go attempted. Artika searching for her teammates. They're finding the open player, which is hard because of the Stallions' defense, and they force the turnover. And this is the best basketball we've seen from the Kochi Stallions all season. And it's coming at the right time when they are facing survival. Udrik Pereira has led his team to a great victory and team play at its finest. We saw great post plays. We saw wonderful shots put up. We saw good ball rotation. We saw tremendous number of stops, which has all contributed to the Stallions' victory. And here, can they get a shot away? She puts it up, won't get it to go. The shot clock winding down makes no difference. Thrissur Tuskers bring it up with 10 seconds remaining. Artika is caught for a double dribble. Thrissur Tuskers with a match to forget. And I say a match to forget because they should not let this loss get to them. They need to win the next game to ensure they qualify. There's a drive, quick pass. A shot to close out the game is no good. And that brings us to the end of this matchup. A first victory for the Kochi Stallions. And it's more than just a victory. They win the match to stay alive here in the Basketball League Kerala. They are in the 5th position and they will look to win tomorrow as well in order to give themselves a good chance. More importantly, they won by a margin of 12 points, which allows their points difference to keep them in a good position. For the Thrissur Tuskers, it's now 2 wins and 2 losses. And they will
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities.